Well, you know, having all that power means nothing if you're not going to be able to put it to the ground. I'm over here with Shannon Davis with Davis Technologies, and we're going to go right into some traction control.
We've got some traction control. You know, we've been doing the drag stuff for several years, working on new stuff every year. The latest stuff we've got out's really fast, really quick. Does a great job of pulling the car back when you go a little too far with the tune, if you move out of the groove or something. So guys are really using that to get aggressive with the tune-up, and I don't know how many records were set last year, but it was a bunch.
Not that exactly. Now this is something that you personally probably use, right?
I don't race. I go to the track with a lot of guys and race and help a lot of teams, but have had some really good results the last several years.
And then you guys have also partnered up with a big company to use this as well.
Yes, teamed up with Holley. They came to us. They wanted to incorporate traction control to their new EFI systems. So we worked with them over the last year here and developed a system that works exclusively with their HP and Dominator systems. We have our Sportsman level and our Drag Pro level for much better prices, $5.99 for a Sportsman, $9.99 for a Drag Pro.
Awesome. Well, you know, I'm going to talk to Doug Flynn here from Holley. And you want to give us a little information about the traction control and how it works with your system?
Sure. You know, like Shannon said, traction control is very popular in heads-up racing today. And, you know, we know his reputation and the time he spent getting his system to work as good as it does. So we partnered with him. His box does all the slip detection, and then we use the advanced capabilities of our ECUs for power management, power reduction.
So what is it that a guy would probably have to do to their car in order to utilize this?
Well, Shannon's going to sell the box, so they just get it from him. You know, our software is available free for ours, so someone would just get that. And there's a lot of tuning capabilities there, so they just need to get it dialed in for their specific car.
Awesome. Well, sticking with the racing mode that we're in right now, here you guys also do something really cool with the bump box.
We have a little device called a bump box. It's originally developed for the turbo racers, but it's actually become much more popular with the bracket racers and just anybody who wants to make it easier to stage their car. It allows them to, on the turbo guys, they can build boost and they stage on the trans brake and they can bump in, you know, an inch at a time, a half inch at a time. The bracket guys like it because they can go in there and just move the car. I've seen guys move as little as a quarter inch at a time. Exactly a quarter every time.
So I was going to say, for the bracket guys, it's probably a good system for them because they want to be consistent every time.
They use it for the consistency. Some of the guys tell me, you know, depending on who they're racing, they may go deep, shallow. I'm not sure about how all the bracket stuff works, but they're really excited about it. It's been a very popular item the last few months.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about how it works?
So the bump box, they go in to the top bulb, they hit the trans brake, that locks the trans brake down, they bring up their boost, RPM, however they want to do it, and then with a separate button, they bump in. No matter how long they hold that button, it'll release the trans brake the same amount of time every time. So it makes the car consistent to go in. So like I say, the turbo guys can get up on full boost, bump into the second bulb. They don't even have to watch the tree. Most guys tell me they get it figured out where they know one or two bumps they're in. And they're concentrating on cutting the light. They're not worried about going too deep, rolling through. The bracket guys, you know, they may not be turbo. They may just bring up the RPM a little bit so it's nice and stable and just bump, bump, bump. They're in shallow, they're in middle, they're in deep, and hit their dial in.
You know, and that's very important because every track is different. I've seen guys that roll back or whatever, so this, again, is going to make it very consistent.
Yep, like I said, the bracket guys love the consistency. The turbo guys love the 60 foot.
Right, exactly. So. Thank you so much. Again, you guys, best website name ever. Check out moretraction.com.